Luxury and sport SUVs have been taking over the market for quite some time. First it started with Range Rover, then Porsche stepped in, followed by BMW, Audi, Mercedes, and so on. However, combining luxury and sport has become so competitive that even Maserati and Bentley have stepped in. But now Jag have decided to join the battle for soccer mom supremacy. In the past, trying to find the true sportiness of an SUV was kind of like trying to find the intelligence in a Donald Trump supporter. There may have been some deep down, but it was basically a futile effort. Lately though, there is a huge demand for large high-end SUVs that are actually fun to drive, and that really is the point of the F-Pace. And this particular one is the Prestige model. It has 340 horsepower from a supercharged V6. And who doesn't love a supercharged Jag? Now, one of the first things you notice when you start to drive this in a sporty and exuberant manner is that it masks its weight quite well. Now, comparably, it's actually not that heavy. A Porsche Macan, which is a smaller car, weighs more, and that's because Jag have used a lot of aluminum in the process. But one of the main reasons why it's actually quite nice in the corners is that it shares two components with the F-Type. The first being the all-wheel drive system that sends up to 50% of the power to the front wheels, but most of the time it's a rear-wheel drive system. And the other being it actually shares the same suspension layout as the F-Type. Now at first, that doesn't really make much sense considering that's a two-seat hardcore sports car, and this is an everyday, albeit sporty SUV. But it allows it to load up its weight quite nicely in the corners and make for a nice experience. However, it makes it a bit firm and uncomfortable on low-speed, bumpy roads, which Alberta is littered with. Word of caution if you are going to take your behemoth of a Jag out onto some fun, twisty roads is if you are going to try to drive it like a sports car, like an F-Type for example, it's not going to go so well. It's going to feel very twitchy and nervous. But if you tone it down a bit and respect the size and the weight of the thing, it's actually quite a nice experience. It's very smooth. You'll find that it's very well balanced and can change direction with surprising ease. But of course it's not perfect. I mean, the brakes are effective but a little spongy. Actually the gearbox is nice and smooth. It's no double clutch, but if I'm honest, you don't need something like that in this kind of driving experience. It would just be more unnecessary weight, something that cars like this really don't need. But what you have to remember is that this is still no sports car or even no hot hatch. It's very big, it's tall, and has a higher center of gravity. But the fact that Jag have nailed it this time around, well, their first time around, is quite remarkable. But that's really not the most important thing about an SUV. Obviously, a key area the F-Pace needs to excel at, being an SUV, is practicality. It's smaller than a Cayenne and larger than a Macan, and you can fit 3 adults in the back, and if you remove the parcel shelf, 1, maybe even 2 in the trunk as well. So it fulfills its practicality duties as an SUV just fine. There's really no argument about it. Jag have done a brilliant job their first time around making an SUV. I mean, like I said, it's not perfect. It's not as nice to drive as a Porsche Macan, but that might have something to do with the fact that the Macan is smaller and Porsche have been in this game a lot longer. But the fact that Jag have got that close this early their first time around is really something to be commended, because this car has presence and character about it that frankly those cars don't. It's also probably the best looking SUV on sale today, especially in a very nice sinister color like the black this one has on. So overall then, this car is an exciting look in to a future of a class of cars that no one really expected to be competing for true sportiness, but it is. So it's very safe to say that the battle is definitely far from over.